vertical wellness will be integrated into Canada Pharma, and the hemp and cannabinoid business, mostly in Canada, continues to rage on. We've got the CEO of Vertical Wellness joining us. Smoke Wallin is the chairman and CEO. Welcome to the show, Smoke. Walk us through what you guys do and the nature of this combination, because I know you'll be keeping the brand from your product, and this is still a pretty interesting combination here as we continue to see M&A happening within this space.
Absolutely. Well, we're really a house of brands, and you think about lots of big consumer product companies like Constellation Brands or Diageo or even Nestle. What we've been building, those are obviously old, mature companies, but we've been building in a startup, a house of brands, of health and wellness brands that are using derivatives from the cannabis plant. So we're using cannabinoids to create health and wellness solutions in branded form, and we've been working on this for the last few years, and we almost got public a little while back on NASDAQ with a SPAC, and that fell apart when the hemp market kind of had a bad turn in late 2019. And we used the pandemic and the last year to really kind of build our portfolio, to make some acquisitions. We bought the Organic Candy Factory, which we've integrated into our platform. We did a deal with Kathy Ireland Worldwide, where we're bringing her Kathy Ireland Health and Wellness CBD solutions to market later this year. And really, we're just kind of bringing what consumers want, which is health solutions that are natural, alternatives to the pharma industry. And we think that the future is very bright for the cannabinoid world. And I won't say it 10 times fast, like you said earlier, but it is an exciting time.
So this is a CBD for short, right? CBD products, as you mentioned, candies, there's lotions and dermatological types of products. What's the biggest revenue driver for you?
Well, really, we're super excited by our flagship, which is Kathy Ireland, which hasn't launched yet. But Kathy was just rated last week the 15th largest licensed brand company in the world, number one being Disney. She's number 15. And, she sold over $3.1 billion of products in other categories. So we're super excited to bring her solutions to the market. Retailers know her brand. They're used to carrying her products. And we've had lots of inquiries and demands for that. So that's coming. But the Organic Candy Factory, what a fun little brand. It was a kind of a cult following, and just amazing little brand that we've now been able to put into Walmart and Amazon and a whole bunch of other places across the country, and then we've got our brands that we've created from scratch. So there's lots of different form factors, and that's because if you think about it, you're not going to give your pet, your puppy, the same product that you're going to put on your injury, that you're going to use for sleep or for anxiety, or that you're going to put on your face for beauty products. So these are different brands and different categories that match up with kind of a identified consumer need that we've found. And so it's really exciting to have this portfolio, because as a former wine and spirits distributor over the years, and I used to carry a bag of brands, and if they didn't say yes to something went wrong, right? Like if I couldn't leave a meeting without getting a yes. Well, we're kind of that way. We have a portfolio of brands where there's no time that our team will walk into an account and not get an order.
So when you look at the space for CBD products versus actually pot products, I mean, given the CBD focus here, does that give you more reach and more distribution potential that could cross borders into the U.S., given that these are just CBD products? Are they sold here domestically in the United States?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, all of our brands are domestic, and that's part of the logic of the deal, right? So we're basically putting a public company that's in Canada together with a platform that we've built here in the U.S. And my background is calling on Walmart and Target and Walgreens and Marriott and Hyatt, all the different normal channels of trade that I call normal, because that's who I used to do business with as a wine and spirits and beer person. And we're really bringing these products to those mainstream outlets. So yeah, the number of outlets that can sell non-THC based products is vastly outnumbers the dispensary market. Now, we're not against that market. We think it's interesting, and we're certainly looking for ways to leverage our brands into that space down the road. But right now, we're focused on mainstream retail and getting these health and wellness brands in the hands of consumers through normal channels of distribution and mainstream.
Part of this, just kind of from my consumer anecdotal perspective, Smoke, was that over the last couple of years, there's been stages of exposure for the average everyday consumer to different types of cannabis or cannabis derivative products, cannabinoids and CBD. And at first, this was something you saw that you'd never seen before. Okay, is it a novelty? Is it sticky? Obviously, it's sticky to a large degree, as we've, no pun intended, have been here now for some time, and people have gotten used to using these products. How much of that kind of return customer do you see, and how important is the new customer acquisition versus returning customers? Are these people that are now using these products regularly, or are these people that say, hey, I want to try this thing that I never tried before?
You know, it's interesting. The biggest growth area is actually over 50. You know, it's people that probably, maybe they used cannabis back in college, maybe they're now experimenting with it with the new legalization, but you know, they have aches and pains and ailments and sleep challenges with sleep and anxiety, as do everyone. But I think there's a huge interest among the over 50 crowd that we're seeing pick up, which is new mainstream consumers. And that's really what we're excited about. Is, you know, there's always been a core marijuana consumer that's, you know, out there. It's typically been younger, but, you know, it ranges all ages. But in terms of these products, this is for the mainstream population. And what we're seeing is huge interest, again, in finding natural health and wellness solutions to ailments, whether it's sleep, pain, anxiety, to try to get away from the pharma world and find natural solutions. But there's a lot of uncertainty about what to trust, what works, what doesn't work. The FDA's made it quite difficult to make claims, so we can't make a lot of health claims yet, even though we have tons and tons of evidence building. Literally every week there's new studies coming out and showing the effectiveness of these products. So we're very careful to follow those rules. But, you know, consumers need brands that they can trust. That's really what our message is. It's about a brand business. And we think brands, in the end of the day, are going to be the great winners in this space. And that's great for consumers, because we're going to bring trusted products to them that they can go back to time and time again.
Okay. And Vertical Wellness will be the brand integrated into Canna Farm. Thanks a lot for being here and explaining to us the business, Smoke. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Best of luck. Smoke Wallin is the chairman and CEO at Vertical Wellness.